Hello, and welcome to another Walking with Jesus. We're going to be looking again today at faithful versus unfaithful servanthood. And yesterday we talked about being ready, staying ready, always being ready for the return of the Master. That we shouldn't put off getting ready. We shouldn't wait to the last minute. We should just stay ready, stay about the business of the kingdom. Today, we're going to have some fairly harsh and convicting words from Jesus, and it's following a question which many scholars think is just an interruption in the flow of the parables, where Peter says, Lord, are you saying this for everyone, or is this for us? Who's this really for? And so let's read the text. Peter said, this is Luke 12:41 to 48 or 49, 48. Peter said, Lord, are you telling this parable for us or for all? And this is sort of the asking the question about what came before, I'm assuming, and that had to be about being ready, staying ready, not getting lax, but always being vigilant and awake, even in the second and third watch of the night. And the Lord said, who then is the faithful and wise manager whom his master will set over his household to give them their portion of food at the proper time? Blessed, or how happy, is that servant. I'm pretty sure that's, Makarios. Blessed is that servant. How happy is that servant whom his master will find so doing when he comes. Truly, I say to you, he will set him over all his possessions. So I'm going to just pause there. We're going to go on to the more convicting, more difficult stuff. But when we have been entrusted with a task, we will be happy if we are found doing that task. So that means being obedient in following Jesus, serving him, knowing him, loving him, and letting others know about him, conforming our life to him. That's what we want to accomplish, is we want to make sure that we are becoming like Christ, that we are intentional about that. So as we are moving then through this text, he says, oh, how happy is the servant whom his master finds doing what he has been entrusted with when he comes. Truly I say, he will set him over all his possessions. And we know that idea of being co-rulers with God is there as well. Verse 45 though, but if that servant says to himself, my master is delayed in coming, and begins to beat the male and female servants, and to eat and drink and get drunk, the master of that servant will come on a day when he does not expect him, and at an hour he does not know. And this is where it gets hard, will cut him in pieces and put him with the unfaithful. Well, I don't know how you can cut someone in pieces and put them with the unfaithful unless all the unfaithful are lying in pieces around. But here's the point. This servant has been commissioned by the master to do a task. But as the master has been gone a long time, the servant has begun to think it's about him. And now he is doing things for his own gratification and his own pleasure instead of keeping his master in mind and making sure that he treats the servants and those around him as the master would want them to be treated, and that he is not using the master's food and the master's wine in order to please his desires, but instead preparing it for the return of the master. If we begin to serve our own selves instead of serving our master, God the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, then we are in danger of wrath. And so We want to make sure that we're about our Father's business, about the Son's business, about the Holy Spirit's business, and that we are concerned with pleasing them rather than pleasing ourselves, because the consequences for not are pretty severe. We get then to verse 47, and that servant who knew his master's will, but did not get ready or act according to his will receive a severe beating. Once again, if you know what you're supposed to be about and you're not doing it, it will not go well with you. So if you know what you're supposed to do it so that it will go well with you, so that you can be the one who is happy. Verse 48, but the one who did not know and did what deserved a beating will receive a light beating. He still gets a beating, but he doesn't get as harsh a beating because he was ignorant. Okay? And now we get to the clincher at the very end. Everyone to whom much was given, of him much will be required. And from him to whom they entrusted much, they will demand the more. I don't know if this sends chills up and down your spine, but it should, because we live in the United States of America, where we have been entrusted with much. We have a tremendous heritage of biblical knowledge. We have a tremendous availability of the Bible in a written form, in audio form, in online formats. We can study it. We can have it at our fingertips night and day, anytime. We are blessed to have wealth and free time and things of that nature. We've been entrusted with much, and so much will be demanded from us. I don't want to scare you, but I do want you to take the work of the Lord seriously. I do want you to realize that God cares what you do with the time that He has given you, with the resources He had provided you with. So be about His business. Do it earnestly. Do it wholeheartedly. Do it continuously, so that when the Master comes, He'll find you about His business, and then you will be happy. God bless you as you walk with Jesus today.